What is the cost of IVF? What is the cost of surrogacy? How much do you need before you can actually get your pregnancy? Those are the questions I'm here to answer for you today. But before telling you the exact cost of what this is, I need to tell you that the cost of what you need is not determined simply because you want to do an IVF. The way to know the cost of what you need is to be seen by a healthcare professional, be reviewed, probably some investigations are done, then you can now get the cost of the test that you require. For example, before you can get to IVF, there are some other options that actually exist. I'm going to start from those lower options, going from them step by step, and then graduating until you get to the highest point, which is usually a surrogacy. Let's begin. First of all, what is the first option? Oftentimes when you cannot get pregnant and we've done tests, we've reviewed you, are looking at it, we've not found maybe the cost of infertility. For some people, there's no identifiable cause. Maybe the sperm is okay, the tubes are open, the couple is young. Then we can say, okay, let's do what we call time intercourse. It's after you've been educated on your fertile period and tried and you're still not getting pregnant. So time intercourse is an option that can take between 100 and 150,000 naira, maybe 200,000 naira, depending on where you are, or even up to 250. It all depends on where you are. If time intercourse does not work, then we'll now graduate to the next step. For the next step is often an intrauterine examination, and that is dependent on the sperm quality of the man, are the tubes open, all of those things. So for example, the sperm quality is a low sperm and the woman's tubes are open, or maybe there are some other cervical factors that we want to circumvent, then we can do an IUI. If we are doing the IUI, we are using your own eggs, we are using, an IUI is actually always your own eggs. But if you are using your own sperm, then the cost can be between 300, 350, 400, 450, maybe up to 500, depending on where you are as well. But if you cannot use your own sperm, maybe your husband's sperm count is very low, the dead cells are so plenty, they are so much that there's really no way to use it like that. You now need to get a donor sperm to do that IUI. Then the cost can be 100,000 naira more, 150. So maybe it might be 400, 450, 500, 550 thereabouts, or almost 600. It all depends on where you are. That is the next point. Before we now get to the point of an IVF. Now in IVF, one thing is that all IVFs are not the same. There are different IVFs that you can do. It's the same procedure in theory in a sense, but the combination that you are using. For example, the basic one is the self IVF, where you are using your own eggs and you are using your own sperm to do the IVF. For that particular IVF, the cost can range from $1 million to 1.5, 2 million, 2.5. You can even go as high as 10 million. It all depends on where you are doing it. On that, that also affects the cost of what you will need. Is also the protocol that will be used for you. Let's say the patient that has maybe adenomyosis might require a longer time of stimulation before going for an IVF procedure than the patient that just has maybe blocked tubes thereabouts. So those are some of the factors that come into it that now determine that can also affect the pricing. Then if you are not able to do a self IVF, you cannot use just your eggs or use just your sperm. If it's the sperm that is the issue, sperm is actually generally cheaper than eggs in the IVF setting. If the sperm is the problem, there may be the option of injecting the sperm directly into the egg, which is ICSI. It can be 200,000, 250, 300,000 naira more than the normal basic IVF cost. If it is that, the sperm is so bad it cannot be used and you need a donor sperm, it can be 100, 200, 300,000 naira extra in addition to the basal cost. Then, if you now leave that and you now go into the fact that maybe you need a donor egg can be as much as 400, 500, 600,000 naira more than the basal cost of IVF because eggs are more expensive in the IVF world. Then, if you leave that, there are also other types of IVF where we could be doing a parallel IVF or a double donor, where you are getting a donor egg and a donor sperm. So the cost of getting the donor egg, in addition to the cost of getting donor sperm, is now what will now give you your cost of IVF. Then parallel IVF, maybe at an age where you feel like your egg quality is scarce, you want to still have a chance with your egg. We've examined you, we've done testing, we've seen that your egg quality and your age, we will not recommend that you use your own eggs, we recommend a donor egg, and you definitely want to use your eggs. You can do a parallel IVF where we are stimulating, you are using your eggs as well as stimulating a donor that we're going to use their eggs. And then we fertilize both of them and transfer them back into your own, depending on which one grows best and which one looks like they are growing the healthiest at that time. So the type of IVF eventually actually is what will tell you the cost of what you need and then the facility you are doing it. So the best thing you can do if you're trying to know the cost of IVF is to get in contact with the specialist who would have reviewed you, told you what kind of procedure you're going for, if it's an IVF, or even if you can go for any of the lower cost procedures, you are reviewed and then you know what you are going for. Then you cannot get the cost of what you want to do. and how you can also prepare for it, as well as if there are any extra things you need to do before IVF, because there are certain things that you need to do before IVF before you can have a good chance of success. So I'll be making a video concerning that sometime also, to discuss on the things you must do before IVF to ensure that you increase your chances of success. There will also be other videos coming out apart from the course. We'll discuss maybe the IVF process, discuss if you have block tubes, how you can do IVF, hydrocervix, and some of other. There are some videos here already, and that will be displayed here, so you can just watch those videos. You can like it if I've been able to pass information across to you and information is helpful, and you can like the video. Let me know that I'm communicating with you, and you can also subscribe to get more videos. Just subscribe so that when the other videos are available, you can get them. And finally, the most important thing really, you don't like it or subscribing to the channel, sharing this with somebody that you know it will help, so that you can encourage somebody to get into the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and they will get there with their pregnancy. Until the next time, I remain Dr. Samuel IVF, helping you move from your trying to conceive point to your pregnancy. Thank you.